Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Divine Panther Presents. For all you Kim Kardashian fans, we shall be discussing All's Fair, the new show, legal show, supposedly that she is leading, provided you by Ryan Murphy. They gave us 3 episodes. We're going to talk about that. Should we do the rest of the episodes? You will decide that with your views and likes and comments. So again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please watch the video till the end. And again, participate in discussion. Let us know what you think, what the show was about. Where do you think the show is going? And should there be a season 2? All right, let's do it. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, so we are here for Kim Kardashian leading the show All's Fair with a star-studded cast. So there's some A-list actors in here. Is this where they need to be? We're gonna start off with the positives. As if anyone know watching this show, it is getting completely shit on by critics. But viewers love it. Viewers definitely love it, especially if you're a Kim Kardashian fan. But the critics are like, this ain't it. All right. So that being said, I want to start with strong positives before we get to the things that we're like maybe not so positive about. That sort of thing. And I'm gonna start with Kim. I think she has the best perspective on this. As we both agree, she's probably the target audience.
Yeah.
So what do you think of All's Fair, Kim?
Well, I think it's a show that you shouldn't take seriously because I don't think it's written to be taken seriously. It's a girl power show, and it's just not made for men. It's a men hate a woman hate men show, right? Like everything we dislike about men, all the things that we feel men do to us in order they make us change our bodies, our faces. As we get older, they don't respect the fact that a woman's body can get older and still be sexy. But to them, no, you got to look like you're 21 all the time, right? So, I mean, it's a whole bunch of different things that are actually true. There's a lot of the truth in what's happening here. And there's a lot of, some of these cases are loosely based on real things that happen in Hollywood and other places, excuse me, in real life. And the fashion for me, first and foremost, beautiful. These women, no matter what age they are gorgeous. The clothes, Ryan went all out with the clothes, and I'm loving it. I'm just love looking at them, okay? And 4K doesn't even matter to me. I don't care. I want to see the wrinkles. I want to see the freckles. Because real women have these things, okay? So, but there's a lot of work done on these women's faces. Let's not play, okay? Let's not be confused. They have had a lot of work, but I feel like it's just the pressure of being in Hollywood. That's why they have these faces, right? And so, but I know the critics are saying, oh, it's it's Kim Kardashian, it's all this. Everybody's always going to shit on Kim Kardashian, right? She was not supposed to be an actress, but she actually does go to school for this. She's trying to learn to be a better person. She expanded her horizons. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And Ryan Murphy believed in her, so leave her alone. And so did Hulu. They believed in her too, because they allow her to be the lead. They could have said, no, not Kim. She doesn't know how to act. Why are you doing this? But they didn't, because guess what comes along with Kim Kardashian? Millions and millions of followers. Okay. So viewers, she does have the viewership. Whether she has the good reviews, no. But she does have the viewership. Women are really watching this show. So I actually enjoyed it for what it is, entertainment. It entertained me the entire 3 episodes. I enjoyed them. I love seeing Niecy Nash. That is my girl. And she always looks fabulous. So she's just snatched. So Kim had a little bit too much Botox going on in her face. But other than that, she looked pretty good. Pretty good. So, and like I told David, when I stopped taking this show as serious as other people were, was when Kim had on this really nice kind of men's tailored vest with the matching pinstripe. It's a pinstripe suit, but it was just the vest and the pants. But then they were like drinking champagne and they panned around and Kim Kardashian's top butt, the top of her behind, is actually showing. I was like, done. I took my brain out, put it on the side table. I said, okay, this is all for fun. This is all giggly. Because there's no way that anyone goes to the office in something like that.
With the ass hanging out, especially the boss, if you will.
Yeah, she's the boss. Come on, she's gonna come and she's supposed to be a lawyer. Come on now, and you're gonna wear something as unprofessional as the top of your behind hanging out. Come on, guys. And then there was the lemonade scene when she had the bat. That's Beyonce's video, right? When she, come on, stop trying to take this thing as serious and just have fun with it. That's what I did. So that's it, David.
Thank you, Kim. All right. I was like, yes, the positives. Jamani had one positive, and I remember I said, Jamani, give me the positive. Jamani, please.
I watched. How long is these episodes?
About 40 minutes. A little over 40 minutes.
I watched it the whole way through, and it's like the last minute or the last 2 minutes is the payoff. Like, you gotta sit through all of this to get to that, and for whatever reason, whatever that is, in those last 2 minutes on all 3 episodes gets me to watch the next episode. So, as they're doing something right as far as that goes. As far as what we spoke about, yeah, this whole love triangle, which I do have some, stuff to say about when we get to negatives, but she took it a step further than being Mary Jane. She actually pulled the trigger on that. She had them embryos shot up in her. She's having them kids because she forged them documents and everything, and she's a lawyer, so you can't be forging documents without putting your law license at risk. And
that's the drama of it. That's the drama. You gotta have drama.
Yeah,
and that was perfect. She broke the law as a lawyer. It's perfect. I can't wait to see how she gets in trouble for this.
Well, I'm like, she's basically doing that in real life, But,
I mean, people probably have done it in real life, I'm sure. But I'm just saying, in this fantasy world,
that's fine.
Anything goes.
Any more positives besides that, Jamani?
Is Tiana Taylor pregnant in every role that she has?
No, she was pregnant for Halloween.
Yeah, so I think that Sarah Paulson, like she's just like Mount Rushmore of actor and actresses or whatever. And I don't know, like, how they say you make a deal with the devil. Did she make a deal with Ryan Murphy? Like she can rely on him for work for the end of time. But what?
No, I'm gonna say a lot of directors have their go-to person, right? Like so Ryan Coogler is Michael B. Jordan. If he eats, right? Like it's if he can, he's gonna put him in there. Taylor Sheridan has that white dude, that kind of chubby, like white dude is in all his stuff. Like they got a team going on. Quentin Tarantino was Uma Thurman for a very long time. Tim Burton,
Jackson,
huh? And Samuel Jackson. If he can, they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. Ryan Murphy and Sarah Paulson, they have to be tight. I mean, because they and
then the other young man that played Jeffrey Dahmer, I forgot his name.
Him too. Yeah,
him too. Yeah,
he stays in Ryan Murphy stuff. Like he will stay paid. But yeah, anyway. But I agree.
Yeah, so I think she's doing a good role. I'm like, they need to give her more screen time. Like, give her more to do. It's not enough to just see her as just, on again, off again, antagonist or whatever. Like, actually see what's going on at her law firm and stuff like that. And what the hell happened to the law firm that they left? Did it just fall apart? Whatever. They didn't.
Well, we're only on episode 3, Jamani.
I'm saying it's been 10 years. They could have, when they had their little commiseration session about what's your favorite case and all this stuff. Yeah, isn't it funny how the law firm we came from is out of business now or something? They could have just slipped something in there.
True.
Well, good. Well,
Okay.
true.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for positives here.
Okay, Jamal. Well, DeMarcus, again, we always appreciate your comments. All Fair is a female version of Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is a female version of Reasonable Doubt. I would.
Wait, what?
I mean, it is. I don't know what he means. Like, it is a woman show. I'm not sure what he means a female version. I mean, it is led by women. It's very much a woman show. But I thank you for bringing these two shows together, because this show did the logical thing that Reasonable Doubt hasn't figured out, which is when you don't feel good at one firm, shut the hell up and start your own firm. And that's in 2 minutes, in exactly 2 minutes of this first episode, Kim said, yo, girl, we starting our own thing because we women. And I'm like, let's go be women. And I was like, Jack Stewart hasn't figured that out in almost going on 3 seasons, going on 4. And I'm like, shut the hell up and start your own firm. Like,
it's not that easy. You
again, TV show, and yes, it is, because we talked about the non-compete clause as you brought up. That's not discussed in either show. So maybe that's why Glenn Close had to give her permission. Maybe that's why, but that should have been discussed, Jamani. That should have been discussed. You have a non-compete clause, but I'm going to work with the partners to let you go. Or let it be a thing. Let it be that's why Jax hasn't left. But Kim and crew started their own thing immediately. And I was like, yes, now stand on your own. And they did it. So I don't have to hear every week of stop oppressing me, white man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, they're out there, doing what they want to do. And good on them. I thought that was a great move. Also, show wise, most legal shows that we deal with are murder shows. So it's like The Practice, 9 times out of 10, Lincoln Lawyer. This is based on like divorce law, like exclusively. And I was like, oh, that's a
rich
unique
people too. Rich divorce.
Right. Like high level, you got, but still that kind of divorce law. Like I've never seen a show exclusively on that. So I was like, that's a unique idea, and it gives you a lot of range to kind of work with. And I'm gonna talk about that later. I guess. So I thought that was a unique idea. So this is an original show. The cast is outstanding. Kim not being an experienced actor, they surrounded her with top actors, to help flush that out. I thought that was important. And then Glenn Close so Jamani, did you ever watch Damages?
Damages. Is that a movie or TV show?
TV show. Glenn Close led she was I think that was a corporate law, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was. It was
like corporate case. It's a great really show. Show. It was an outstanding show. It was and she again younger or whatever. Like she was the center, and it was an outstanding show. So I was like, to see her in this show, kind of more like the mentor, big older mama thing, like kind of made me feel bad. But I'm like, I get it, based on the ages of the other actors or what they're trying to do with it. I mean, so I thought that was good. Tiana Taylor is good, and Kim Kardashian is the best and worst part of this show. Because as Kim pointed out, it's her star power that's making this a mega hit with Hulu. The biggest trailer they've ever had, the third best scripted show that they've ever had. That is all due to Kim Kardashian bringing so many people to just try this show out. And this will definitely get a season 2. That's without a doubt. As long as Kim wants to be on it, it will definitely have a season 2. I can't see otherwise. Thank you for this. So All's Fair was giving who's the boss? Like
Judith Light. Yep.
Like what I loved about I said Reasonable Doubt should be set up like this. A client every week, some celebrity that a recognizable star, and they kind of move on. And I'm like, that's exactly what this show did. You got the mom from Who's the Boss, you got old lady from Saved by the Bell, you got old lady from Married with Children. I mean, it's like, and then like I'm like, Ed O'Neill and Glenn Close are the best part of this show to me.
Oh, and aren't they sweet? Like
They are.
I love seeing older love. Like, because people act like older people don't love. Like, you know, we have sex, we love, you know. And I'm like, I thought it was beautiful that she was. I know we're not talking about that part yet, but I just thought that showing that is important to young people or people who are in their 30s, 40s, whatever, to see that, you know, just because you're older doesn't mean that your marriage is going to fall apart because the kids are gone or whatever. That does happen, like empty
nests.
Empty nests, that happens, right? But I just love that she loves her husband so much that at her weakest, she was honest and said, you know what? I almost did, you know, almost cheated, but I didn't do it because my heart still belongs to you. And no matter what's going on with your body, I still love you so much. And I can't do. I was like in tears. I was like, I love Glenn Close and I love Ed O'Neill, period. Like,
yeah,
he's just a brilliant actor. I think he does comedy very well, but also he does do dramatic roles very well also, but he doesn't do as many. So I just thought that was a perfect couple to show.
Yeah.
In the midst of all these other dysfunctional marriages.
What's up, Jemai?
I don't know. I'm like, it made, to me, it just made all the men look weak. Like whether it was him where he's like, oh, it's no big deal or whatever. And then, you know, he's basically knocking on death's door, so it don't really matter anyway. And then Naomi Watts just got up in the middle of dinner and just left dude. And then it's like, yeah, I thought about it. I do want to be with you later on. It's just like, yeah, all these guys are just seem like doormats.
Because it's not a show, it's not a men's show. It's a women's show. And it's show. I'm sorry, it is. It's about these things.
I get that, but I'm saying it does not hurt to have at least one strong male character.
Yeah,
one.
See, well, so strong is relative. And I'm gonna say, because Ed was like, he is strong in himself and his marriage, that he said, this is not even an issue. Like, I love you. And he understands his situation. Like, if I can't get this thing up, then you do what you got to do, but I'm still gonna be here, right? Like he was like, and
I don't think it's being a doormat, David. Like, I mean, do you think
I'm not.
That's a loving husband.
That's a loving husband who accepts his situation. And in fact, so kind of a negative. The lack of character development in this show with these characters is a problem, because I wanted to see Ed and Glenn go through it to be like, hey, where does she wipe his butt? Because she's like, girl, you're a caregiver now. And I'm like, what happened with that? To your question of what happened to the firm, why is she there? You were a partner at the first woman partner, the token woman or whatever, 10 years. What brings you to my door? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened with that firm that all of a sudden you decided you want, which for some reason Kim hasn't asked that question. I'm like, what brings you here? You know what I'm saying? So like maybe something did go down. But
like, does she even work? I don't even know if she even works at the law firm. I just thought she came in second episode to handle Kim's divorce.
No. She joined that firm. She said, hey, how you doing? I want to work. It's only later on when she found out about Chase that she's like, I'll represent you. She said, where's my corner office? No, she works there. She worked, and I'm like, but like for what? I'm like, why? That should have been the first question. What do you? I'm happy to see you, but what are you doing here? You know, did something go wrong?
Yeah, like what happened? Yeah. And that would honestly, that's true, David. It would have been a discussion, because she's just coming knocking on the door. It's like, what are you like? It's okay for you to come visit us, like we love you, but what happened? Like, let's have a girlfriend conversation about what's going on in your life, right? And it didn't happen. Maybe, I mean, hoping it'll happen sometime this season. We'll see.
It should have happened by now, because she's practically going to be a partner. You're going to be here. How did you get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be. Why didn't you go work with Carr? You know, and Sarah, firm. Like, what brought you to again? Did you get fired? You know, are you tired of the men? It took you 10 years to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? But now she's willing. The only reason she's representing Kim is because she wants to go up against Sarah. That's what it is. She's like, I know she has it out for you, and I'm going to take her on for you.
So my question for you is, right? I know that you have a thing about Black fathers and everything. What is your perspective on Niecy Nash?
Thank you. Thank you. Fuck this show. Like I'm a hold up. I was upset. No, fuck this show because
I'm curious. I don't know what you're talking about. Say it.
Bullshit. Like
Okay.
look, I was
What
so
happened?
anyway. Hold up. I'm trying to do the positives. Damn it. Hold up.
Okay.
No, but like Niecy again, lack of character development, and that's
Okay.
all of them. Kim's
Mhm.
relationship with Chase is not developed. Like they just threw
No.
this thing on you, and in 3 episodes, he went from the boy toy. Kim is too young looking to be the one with the boy toy who's cheating on her with a younger woman. Like that's not no. Like that's Glenn Close. Sad to say, Glenn Close is the one that you look at and go, she got a man 10, maybe 20 years younger, and she's fucking Kim.
Kim is like pushing 50, right? So this guy is a professional athlete. So I'm thinking he's like late 20s, early 30s. That is a big age difference.
You are thinking none of this. We are thinking none of this is developed. He's some type of football something. So like we don't know how old he is. He could be in his 30s. I didn't know Kim. I mean, you're right. She's probably about my age. And I'm about to be 50. So I really don't know how long Kim Kardashian is, to be real. So I think I'm older than she is. But I'm like, she looking like casting. You don't cast Kim Kardashian as the cougar. That's not Kim. Like that doesn't even make sense. That's not. Thank you. So stop all that.
In real life.
So I'm like, it doesn't make sense that you cast her as the cougar who got some young man. And what's young? Like,
well, it could have been okay. In that instance, right? I agree with you. It could have been Naomi Watts, right? Because Naomi Watts is in her. She's pushing 60, so I could see her in that role. Yes, for sure. Yeah,
and again, like casting about how it looks, like how you present, I'm saying, and then like Kim is the young. She's the young buck leading these older women because she's the one that had the vision to go start their own firm, right? And I'm like, so it's not playing well for me. Anyway, I'm sorry. To say it, they just throw it at you. Chase, Milan, saying cheating, baby. I'm like, oh, okay. Ed O'Neill, cancer, dying. Boom. I'm like, Niecy Nash. I got 3 kids. Okay. They're 8. They're the teenagers. Okay. And I did this all by myself with sperm that I got. So I don't need a man. I just need some nut and a vibrator. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, this is bad. Fuck you.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's bad writing. I would say that this, in the world that we live in now, unfortunately, this is happening. Now, don't get me wrong. I have always said, because I was a single parent with my 2 boys, but I have always said that boys, growing into young men and then growing into men, they need their dads. Period. So I'm not saying it's I'm not agreeing, right? But I'm saying a lot of women, and I disagree with it. But a lot of women are like, you know what? Forget it. I don't have to get child support. I don't have to fight. I don't have to share my child. And a lot of single people who have the money are becoming single parents to boys and girls. But I'm not saying that I agree with that, but I do understand that that's the way the world works now. Because when I was coming up, it did not work that way. You had to be married to even think about having children. You were supposed to be married, no out of wedlock children. None of this stuff was supposed to be going on. But a lot of women, that's why they put that in there, because a lot of women are doing what Niecy Nash's character is doing.
So I'm saying again, it goes to character development, right, Kim? Like you said, that's not the plan, right? Like if she was like, "Hey, I worked at it, Bad Man 2, Bad Man 3," or she's getting older. I had an ex really who did that, and like she was getting older, and she's like, "I want to have children," and she's like, "Okay, no. They're presenting it as like, all I need is the nut. I did this on purpose. And then even the montage of Mama showed us we don't need a daddy because she's up there fighting for us. And I'm like none. Like, and then now you got not only her but Naomi, but Tiana Taylor. Now we got 2 single black women who are gonna be.
When Tiana Taylor said that, I was like, oh hell.
Fuck this show. Like, fuck this show. The 2 black women characters are going to be single mothers. One got 3 kids, and the other one's about to have 1. Stop it. And I was like, so that irritated me. And then I'm like, she can't be a lawyer? Like, that's racist. Like, I'm not usually not the one to do that, but I'm like, there's no fucking reason why she can't be a lawyer. There's no reason.
Which
No,
one?
but as I said to you before, she's a private investigator. There's no she it's an impossibility that she could be a partner in a law firm without a law license. It's a limited liability practitioner. She's not a practitioner, therefore she cannot be a partner to get equity.
So I get, and again, but like the fact, but so that also to Jamari's point, I'm just saying it just the optics. It's just the optics to me. To be like, again, the only two black people in the firm, again, not lawyers, soon to be two single mothers. Both of them very proud to be so. And I'm like, why are we doing this shit? You know, but again, you're not seeing the characters develop till you be like, again, Niecy Nash is like, this is the decision I made at this point, especially with Kim. If Kim is like, I put my career ahead of my family. I've been trying to have a baby. I could, which is real world for her, right? I got the embryos, right? And then I find out that my younger husband, who I thought was going to help me have a baby, got my assistant pregnant, right? Like, that's a dramatic story that you can get into if developed properly.
Mm-hmm.
But Niecy Nash is a private investigator at a firm. It's not like she was as wealthy as she is now. She had those 3 kids before she became a partner in this law firm, and her income went into a different tax bracket and all this other type of stuff. So she made that decision when she didn't have it, and she was, you know, talking on the phone or whatever to her kids during corporate time or whatever, because she couldn't handle, you know, figuring out childcare or whatever she was talking to the kids about or whatever. So she didn't have everything in place when she decided to have 3 kids.
Well, again, so also to say, all that being said, I guess my point is, it's just no. I mean, he has a point. But I'm saying it's just writing. I'm saying they could have did her character better, and I just felt like they were giving a image that we are used to. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
Someone needs to have kids because none of the other women's do, and they like black woman taking care of her kids, strong black woman. That's the role model. That's who you are, right? And it's fine, and she fits it. You know, she can wear the role, and it's just fine. Milan wanted to be Laura, and Carr wants to be Dinah, and there's some, again, Carr and Dinah's like Sarah's and Glenn's relationship not flushed out. Like the anger that she felt, and Sarah's almost like a cartoon villain because she's always.
I don't understand her anger. It's like I don't get it. It's like this woman is like unhinged. Like I was like, what is she unhinged about? Like what is wrong with her? They didn't flesh that out yet. I need to know more about why. What happened? Give me some flashbacks on things that happened to her character to put her in the position that she was like tearing this woman's office up. Like just knocking shit. I was like, wait a minute. First off, I'm gonna hit you in your face if you touch my desk again. Like, what?
I'm like, so like, again, this show is a positive because it made me appreciate Reasonable Doubt. Because as much as I'm like, that Reasonable Doubt does not take the law seriously. They do a far better job than this show. And again, what's the point of the show, right? Like, it's like, again, it's more of the fashion and the spectacle than it is what's going on what they don't even make it to the courtroom. Yeah. They handle 4 clients in 3 episodes. And I'm like, Jessica Simpson, again, names that you know, people you haven't seen in a while, like Jessica Simpson coming back in her, you know, situation. These women could be all like fixers. They don't have to be lawyers. What they've done so far, they could be crisis fixers. It could be Olivia Pope. Even Olivia Pope did it better. Like of drama, spectacle, but still character development. Like, you know who the characters are and you get to learn who they are and you care. You care what's going on with them and their backstories. And it's not like flashbacks to catch you up because they're pushing so hard. Like, it's like he doesn't think he's going to get a season 2. He's just trying to shove as much as he can into these first 3 episodes. Hello again. How are you, Hurlu? I thought Glenn's character was there to help Kim out. So I think she's there to help the firm, but why? Like, the firm's not doing bad at all. 10+ years, they're about to have an anniversary. This woman lives in a mall. Like, I mean, with like assistants for everything. So kiss my ass that Kim decides that she's going to use tools to put together Amani's new crib. I was like, what are we doing? She's like,
why did we need this whole? It's fine that Chase has the Tiana Taylor on the side and the baby. Why did we need the whole
the trans lover?
Yeah. Why did we need that?
It's spectacle.
Okay, why do we need what?
The trans lover, like on top of Tiana, on top of Imani and the baby.
Because Ryan Murphy's gonna always throw a trans person in there. I mean, let's not. He always does. It doesn't always make sense. It's just kind of happens. I don't really care that she's trans, but they just do it just to do it, right? That is his world. That is what he lives with that every day. So I don't really care about any of that. Like, so what?
But to both of your points, it's like Tiana should have been the final straw. Like for Kim to allure to kind of break down and be like, oh, I can't believe this. You were trying to have a baby, I'm assuming for a year or maybe plus. I don't know. You still haven't done it, but your assistant is already pregnant with your husband's baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be the thing that make her break down, not the fact of, oh my God, he's also banging a tranny. And I'm like, this is not even necessary. Like this is just too much. Like,
can we at least give credit where credit is due? That Kim didn't go after Tiana's character. That she didn't try to kill the girl or beat her up or rip her hair out like most of the time stupid women do, because they act like it's the woman that the man is cheating with's fault. It's not. It is the man's fault because he is in a relationship with you. He's not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship with that woman.
I guess.
I would agree with that. 9 out of 10 times. But that's her assistant, though.
Yeah.
So you have to have some sort of loyalty. Yeah. If she's saying you can sit in on meetings and stuff like that.
But it's the same thing. Like I always say, David, and I've said this to David in private conversations. You're not supposed to have women all in your house, all with your husband. And like Tiana's like an assistant, right? So she's probably frequently has gone to the house, like dropping off dry cleaning or doing whatever. So sometimes women drop the ball when it comes to their man and allowing other women to engage in their life, and these things happen. But I'm glad that in this, they're not showing that Kim is upset, right? We can clearly see that, but she's not taking the road to I hate you, you're gonna get an abortion, you're a bitch, you're all these things that normal women would have done. I'm glad they didn't do that. But I understand what you're saying, that the thing that tipped her over was the trans
woman, which
because,
it doesn't.
But also too, the reason why too is because this was a sex worker. So now you put me and your side chick in a predicament where it's a health issue now.
But again, but once you find out that he's doing other streetwalkers, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Niecy Nash caught him out there with other women. So any of those women can bring HIV or any kind of STD to the table.
Okay.
So yeah. I think for Ryan Murphy being gay and trying to represent the community, I thought it was kind of weird that they made again, you're putting the stigma on because she's a trans woman, that she's therefore somehow more, or former sex worker, which they kept on telling, like you're slut shaming this woman and also a sex worker to be like, it's not like she can't get an STD somewhere else. But to your point that she didn't go after Imani, part of me is like, it's because she can't act and her face is so it's just like, I'm so sad that my man is with my assistant, and I'm like, God damn it, Kim. It's like she's not physically capable of showing
that is not true.
Emotion.
If they turned it into a music video, like when she was busting out the windows and stuff, then maybe she could have did it.
But you know what? In this world, I believe she did it, and it actually would have made sense in this world with people just jumping off buildings for no damn reason and just like all the wild shit that's happened. If she actually went out there and destroyed her car, I would have been like, yeah, I could see that, and then be like, hey girl, I'll buy you a new one because you can have my like, but I gotta do something. That actually makes sense. But again, we didn't see their relationship, right? All she said was, I'm gonna help you with the flashcards, right? But are they close? Did she consider her a friend and an employee, right? Like, was she mean to her?
Yeah, we don't know any of that.
None of that. Did she leave Chase alone with his penis because she was too busy trying to build her firm? We don't see any of this stuff.
we're assuming.
We don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? And she could have said, I mean, Ryan Murphy could have been like, you could have brought another woman if you would just at least would have talked to me about it, but why'd it have to be my assistant? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know their relationship. So again, the speed in which they're throwing this stuff at you, it's like we're not even supposed to give a damn. So I'm like, what are we here to care about? What are we here to pay attention to? And what gets me to the next episode? And I'm like, and I don't know. It's definitely not the cases. The cases take less than 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes per client. And I'm like, this don't make any kind of sense. As Aretha would say, gowns, beautiful gowns. I couldn't stick with the show all the way through, but the visuals were stunning. They were. I find the anti-man dialogue and plots to be a bit manifested and too manifested ham-fisted. I do enjoy all the cameos of women I used to enjoy watching on TV back in the day. So like again, and a lot of ham-fisted, like men ain't shit, and I'm like, oh, all right, you know, but the fact again, it's an all women firm. There are no men working at that firm. All the men are her assistants, I guess, at home, which I'm sure would be a gender discrimination lawsuit that they could get into. Which, I mean, if they're trying to make this a legal thing, you know what I'm saying? Every case is the same so far. 4 white women going after their relatively white husbands who have far more money than they did. Somehow they're all victims of these various relationships, and they're just trying to get out. And I'm like, this is like, there's more to divorce law than this, and you got to give us some variety if the cases are supposed to matter. If the cases are supposed to matter.
Are the cases ever going to go to trial? Because it's like this is like arbitration.
Way too seriously.
What?
This show is not that serious. It's just not.
Well, so again, no, go ahead, Jamani. Go ahead, finish it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, but I don't know. Like anything dealing with law, like this is something that I deal with and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very, like, I don't know, it has professional integrity to me or what have you. Like, there's certain points of the show that I do like where Laura was calling up different firms trying to conflict lawyers out. That's something real so that the other person can't get the good lawyers. Like, there's certain things you can put into the show and it doesn't hurt the show to do so.
So again, Kim, we talked about Nip Tuck, you know, again, also written by Ryan Murphy, which was again not a medical drama, but they actually dealt with real like plastic surgery, and they actually went into the ER at some point. They actually went to the operating room at some point, you know, to be like, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and every case was a new client with some wild story, you know, something were more mundane than others, but like, it was substance, at least in that part, right? And again, that's what makes me appreciate Reasonable Doubt, because at some point, some of the stuff is going to trial. So then, but again, I felt like remember the conversation when they're all sitting around talking about their plastic surgery treatments, or like how they, you know, their self-care, the self-care regimen.
Yeah,
that seemed more relevant to what this show is about than the first pilot when they were talking about what case did they appreciate the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost felt like that should have been the first episode, because they spent far more time talking about some kind of fish sperm in my face, and this is how I get my ass tight, and then it's like this. They could have been a plastic surgery firm again, like kind of like Nip Tuck, like we take care of women, we make them beautified. Like, look at us. Look at Kim Kardashian. Like, I'm 50 and look at me. Like, that would make sense. And then you can see why the women look like that and why it's so much focus on that. And then maybe they're going through some personal issues, like Claude. Like, Claude was about, again, a hairstylist who were like moving drug money. But it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But it was a very mundane job, right? Like if you're gonna be lawyers, then you gotta do, like, if that's your thing, you gotta do something to make me go, okay, some of these cases matter. Like the woman jumping off the thing, I was like, oh shit, like, but I mean, that was a lot. But again, that didn't even go to trial. So I Googled anyway, real quick. So
I Googled, they didn't go to trial because they said to her, you're not gonna win this. Like, this is not winnable.
But again, they didn't go to trial with any of them. Like all of it was extortion.
They did the fixer part of it. They were
Yeah,
like,
and I'm
okay,
like, the
you got this
extortion is blackmail, and that's why the other lawyer said, I'm calling the attorney general and I'm calling the state bar because you're not even allowed to even say this stuff as lawyers.
Yeah, that's
And I was
true.
like, but I thought about, okay, again, if you're gonna do anything about divorces, right? Pick something, pick from the headlines. I mean, Tiana Taylor and Kim Kardashian, who's on her second divorce, which I didn't even know that, has gone through some lengthy, like meaty divorce
She's actually on her
proceedings.
third divorce. Kim's been married 3 times.
So Kanye being probably the most famous,
He's the second husband. Well, he's the wait a minute,
third.
He's the third husband.
Yeah. So like you could pull you could pull from these cases like Tiana Taylor, like where you could, and then you got Halle Berry been divorced twice. You know what I'm saying?
The one with the face, the one that had oh gosh, what's her name?
Jessica
Simpson. That happens all the time. Like there's cases that has happened where like the wife is suing the husband based on getting a divorce, and she altered her face because of the husband and put pressure on it. That happens in Hollywood like every day. So that one right there, I saw that. Now her throwing acid in the man's face, I think it took that over the edge, and that was for dramatic effect.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. But the part where she altered her face, yeah, there's plenty of husbands who have that way of talking to their wives to make them feel bad about themselves and make them feel like you shouldn't age. Like women should always stay 21. You need to look like you looked when I married you. That's bullshit. Because why is it okay that a man can age, but a woman cannot age? And that's one of those that actually is very true. So
yeah, not saying it's not true. I'm just saying there's very public cases that could be like a case that can go a couple of episodes. Where there's some stakes to it. It's what I'm saying, and people are like, oh, like let me see how this is gonna turn out. But I saw like, so I was saying Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. So you had Johnny Depp. Then Britney's situation, Halle Berry twice. Like all cases that people relatively know. Right, they could be like, oh, like this season we're kind of do like this case, and like especially when we get into kids and high level property, like Bill Gates had to get divorced. That shit was probably crazy.
Well, also you remember that Halle Berry has been married 3 times, and she was going to be on this show. She was going to be an executive producer, so she was going to be involved in this show. And the only reason she didn't do it is because she had something else, which was the John Wick stuff, and she couldn't do it. And so she pulled out, but she was going to be involved in this show.
So I'm saying, well, I mean, they don't have the people don't have to be. The storylines could be though. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like
Amber, we've only seen
you could have like 4 or 5 seasons just on the Johnny Depp divorce alone.
Yeah. Well, again, so well, I'm just saying, like, again,
I'm not going to judge the whole show based on 3 episodes, so we don't know what's coming. We have no idea.
We don't. So we got to hold out and be like, what is the future like hold for this? But the way it worked. Also, they spent so much time with the in vitro like situation that I really thought that Chase and Sarah were gonna come in like at that moment and like pull the tube out and be like, again, I know what you're doing, like somehow.
But that actually, you know who what is her name? Bagara. Oh my gosh. She was with Ed O'Neill on Family on
Sophia.
Sophia Bagara. She went through that with her first husband. She did. She did not implant them. But her first husband was trying to take her embryos and have them implanted in someone else. And they went through a court battle. It was years. It took years for her to actually win that case. Yeah.
But my question is
and her husband,
and I know you guys are gonna say, oh, this is not that type of show, but it still exists a legal situation of like, is she gonna try to hit him up for child support because he is a famous football player? And I'm like, he ain't signed off on this stuff. This stuff is forged. Like, what happens as far as like fraternal rights? Like, you know.
No,
like, that happened with Sherry Shepherd and her husband, her second husband, where they were doing the in vitro thing, right? And at first she was fine with it, but then she realized that her husband was actually a scammer, that he really didn't have any of the business that he said he had, and he was a liar, right? So she's told him, I don't want to have anything to do, because the baby was already in vitro, right? They had it had a surrogate mom. And so she was like, I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to have that baby. The baby's not mine and all this stuff, even though it is legally her baby. And so he took her to court. So she has to pay child support for that child that she never sees, because she does not claim that child as her child, even though
like I get that, but I'm saying like they signed off on it in the beginning together, right? So they started a process, and it's like once you start the process, there's no turning back, there's no stopping it, right? I'm saying he never even gave the permission for the process to start.
Yeah, but do you think that the woman who's richer than him is going to go after him for child support? Why? And it's going to shine a light on the fact that she lied and got pregnant without his signature. That's a spotlight on what she did. Why would she do that?
Well, but you know Sarah Paulson is going to find out.
Oh, of course. That's the drama. That's the drama. That's good. We want the drama.
No, so I get that, but I'm saying if she does not end up in handcuffs by the end of the season,
it's gonna be a well again with the way they've treated the law so far. I don't think they're even gonna go that far. Like it's just and I know again, but also we talked about this. We said 3 episodes. I've never seen a show that's supposed to be a weekly series give up 3 episodes. Like 1, maybe 2. But I feel like, and we talk about this, Kim. I feel like that Ryan knew there wasn't enough substance to this show that they're like, we got to give them a little bit more to get people to come back next week, right? And even with the in vitro thing, as I said, we're not reviewing this thing like week to week because I don't care what's happening next week. Like to me, this is a binge show. Like if they will put it on Netflix, drop all the episodes, I will knock it out. But this ain't the show that we're talking about and theorizing and what's going to happen next week. Like I'm generally looking forward to Reasonable Doubt doing it on Friday to be like, how did it turn out and why? Because even with if you remember Nip Tuck, when I joined the show is when the Carver was running around, like the guy who remember. And we're like, oh shit, like who's the Carver and what's going on? And the old boy got raped, and I'm like, why does Ryan Murphy always got a man?
Remember the lady that was letting her boxer dog go down?
A click. I was like, Ryan can do it, but I'm saying, but it still had substance until it got to California, and then it got completely out of control. But he can do those kind of wild moments and still give you genuine family and character development. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just a little concerned. So Sherry Shepherd tried to return the fetus to Cinder, which was crazy at that point. But
she was wrong. She was after. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Sherry Shepherd was right about that. I do like Sherry Shepherd, but I think that whole thing, she was absolutely 100%, 110% wrong for what she did. Even though the husband was a piece of nothing. But still,
from a legal perspective,
it's a child.
Hold on.
It's a child. You said you signed paper, said you were going to take care of. That's like adopting someone and saying, you know what, it's not going to work out. I don't want this. What? Like you don't do that to children. Like what's wrong with you? And this was an infant. This is a baby, right? Why would you do something? So to me, that was heartless for her to do that. She has a son, right, from a previous marriage. Great. But you also have a child with your ex-husband that you choose to not see and you choose not to be in their life. And I think that's disgusting as a mother. I don't understand it. But your heart is walking around this world. A piece of you is walking around this world. Or even if it's not even a piece of her, someone you said, I will take care of you at least until you're 18. And you're like, no, that's horrible. That doesn't make you a good person. So that's what I'm saying.
True. Jamani, you were saying.
I don't necessarily know about the whole morality aspect. But I'm just saying I think it's an issue of you just have to have an abortion clause in that surrogacy contract. Like, hey,
absolutely.
It's a matter of a legal perspective of like, hey, if I want to terminate, give me the option. But if I don't put that in the legal paperwork, then I'm kind of ass out, and that's what the situation was. It's more of a legal, situation than her just having bad morals. I think, in my opinion.
Absolutely, Jamani. Absolutely, as a mom, that morally, that's disgusting. Like I don't understand it. The way that all the people, children in this world right now who want homes, and someone says, "I will take you in," and then in the last moment they say, "You know what? I don't like your hair texture. Bye." That, you know what I'm saying? Like something stupid like that. That's just horrible. Don't do stuff to children like that. So,
real quick, Candy. They chose to be single mothers though. So if this was real life, I would go with you. I'm saying these are made up characters, and I just say that's all I'm saying. I know Kim and I go back and forth about it happens, David. I'm like, yeah, but this obviously is a fantasy show. So like you can give me, So I just felt weird that it was the two black ones that they decided to to do this. And that's all I'm saying. But they need variety though. So even Liberty's situation of, I can't marry this good man, who, doctor, been together 2 years, there's nothing seemingly wrong with him, and Glenn Close is like, what's the problem? Like, he seems like a good man, but she's like, I've been doing this, divorce thing for so long. All I see is piece of shit or bad marriages. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This would work if you got character development. Like, we've seen her through a season at least where she's like, hey, I'm working these cases and it's so bad. And it could go bad either way. Sometimes the woman's at fault and sometimes the man's at fault, right? And then and then that makes sense. But
Judith Light was at fault.
Huh?
I just want to say Judith Light was the woman that was at fault.
Oh, she was at fault for sure. Judith Light was wrong for cheating on her husband, but her husband cheated on her too. So both of them are wrong.
No, he said, I never cheated.
No, he did not.
He said that, but how many? Do you see all the jewelry that she had? She literally said, every time he forgot their anniversary, every time he was sleeping with somebody or doing stuff, he gave her jewelry.
Kim, she did not say sleeping. She did not say that. She said when he forgot an anniversary, when he forgot a medical appointment, that's what she said. So, and she said, true lifetime moment is when it's your fault I cheated because you didn't look at me anymore the way he looked at me. That's what she said. She blamed him for her cheating.
All right,
and I'm like,
okay,
no, but I mean, just to the point of how much they go to man hating. I mean, 100% Lifetime. This show should be on Lifetime and be the poster child of what they do. It's always the man's fault, even when the woman's fucking around. It's still the man's fault. But to your point, that was the stupidest case I've ever seen. She flew a high-priced lawyer across America to tell her, I can't even touch your prenup. I'm not a lawyer or nothing. Just take the jewelry that you got in the house and walk out.
Let me ask you this question. When did she become her lawyer? That's the point that got me. I was like, I'm talking to you on the phone. I'm going to email you a retainer agreement or something that makes you my lawyer. She just shows up there and is like, hey, if you don't let me see my clients...
Oh, you know what? You know what they do in these moments? What we've seen plenty of times? Give me $1.
Yeah,
okay, now I'm your lawyer. But it's still her all that 10 years of litigation. What she said was, you can keep all these gifts. Oh wow, well thank you. Let's just walk out the door. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Like, and that's the first case. I'm like, fuck this show. I was like, okay, let me take my brain off because this is some bullshit. I told
you, David. I'm telling you, take your brain, put it down on the side, and just watch the show for the entertainment value of what it is. It is not anything that's relatively close to real legal shit. It is all fantasy. It is all about women empowerment, whether it's good or bad. It's about looking at the fashion these women have on. It's about the whole sisterhood of the fashion of them being the head of their own, right? As all these women, that is all this is about. It is not even. There's nothing about this that's like, oh my goodness, really? They can't do that. I don't care. I don't give a shit. She walked out of the house. Guess what? It looked good. It looked good. Whoever's doing her face, love it. Her face was fantastic. Her clothes were perfect. And she did that I love you kiss to her husband. And she said goodbye. I loved it. I was like, she dropped the mic, bye. Right? Both of them are wrong. We don't know what other things this man has done. We don't know. It's the story. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm looking, like I said, entertainment value.
I love you, Kim. He must have did something.
Something.
But
sometimes men, but honestly, to be honest with you, sometimes men, especially older men, sometimes they do forget to say I love you. Sometimes they forget to tell you, oh, you look beautiful in that dress. I mean, because it's years of being with someone, right? And that's why I appreciated Glenn Close's character with her husband, because he does take the initiative. I'm sick and I feel like I'm a burden to you. And she's like, no, I love you. You're not a burden to me. I thought that was beautiful. And then with the husband, Dexter's dad or whatever, maybe
that's what I said.
Maybe he is Dexter's dad though, but maybe he didn't compliment her. Maybe when he looks off at another woman, he's looking at her with those eyes that he used to look at his wife with. That is hurtful, right? So maybe those feelings, and I think maybe had they had a conversation, had they communicated, had they gone on dates with each other and get to know each other again, they probably still be married, right?
To your point.
So hold on. Maybe she quit the firm because her husband is sick and she needs a lighter workload.
Maybe that's right?
Yeah. That's an awesome. That's how you tie it together, and that would be good. That would be great. She's like, I need a lighter caseload because I'm taking. That would be awesome, and we could we could bring that together like that. That would be great. To your point, Kim. Then what should have happened was that Liberty should have said, you know what? Like he's actually. I've seen terrible husbands. Y'all just need some counseling. Like, how about you sit down and you talk this thing through pro bono and you work this out, and that's how that particular case ends because he didn't do anything. Like it was her again, just not feeling loved and appreciated anymore. Not like Jessica Simpson's situation, right? So like that would have been a nice, again, not the first though, not the first. Like you got to show some of the bad guys, and then this one is like, hey, just go take care of this. And hope it works out. Let me know. And then you don't need me. You need a counselor, and I can get you that. Like that would be a nice balance to
for sure. And that's happened. I'm sure that's happened on some shows, but I mean it didn't happen. But like I said, it was a wonderful mic drop, and she gave him a kiss and was like, "Bye," right? And all the women, I'm like,
took that stuff. I mean, it's so with the Kim Kardashian moment, with the lemonade moment, I was like. That was far. It made far more sense than Angela Bassett and Waiting to Excel. I mean, which is the standard of wife being left by a husband. You know what I'm saying?
It looks so cool though. Angela Bassett is beautiful in that moment. The flowing hair, the hair that she grew out because her husband wanted her to have long flowing hair, right? And the body in that gown, like she looked beautiful, and I live for that moment. I still to this day think that's the best moment in that show because she flicked the cigarette. I was like,
see, and I'm saying like Kim, like if it wasn't oddly enough, it wasn't for Beyonce already doing it. I think people would have took it back to Angela Bassett. And again, if it really would have happened, she would have been like, I get it, girl. It was also a BMW. So like, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it would be like that would have been awesome. But again, if she destroys the car, but still like, hey, Imani, let's talk about this baby. Like, and what can we do together? Are they gonna raise their children together or whatever? Like, how is that? Does she still have a fucking job? Like, I mean, like we don't know. Kissing.
To be honest with you, I don't think the baby's gonna take. I think she's gonna lose the baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So with the kissing situation, before I watched the show, somebody wrote a review and said this show has the worst kiss ever filmed, and I didn't know I didn't know until I watched it. So Tiana licking all over Chase.
Oh yeah, that was too much.
But she did this. But she did the same thing in One Battle After Another. So I mean, all up in Leonardo DiCaprio's, like that was her man. Just like I'm like, what the fuck? Like was that in the script, bro? Like I'm like, she's committed. So I'm like, now she did it twice. So I'm like, is this what she does?
Her style? Maybe.
I'm like, maybe that's her shit. I don't know. I was like, that's a lot though. Like it was I was like,
yeah, that was too much. That I was uncomfortable with the chase and her kissing scene. I was like, Because you know, I know it's pretend, but it's like
no, that's real. I mean,
that's real. Yeah, that's too real for me.
That's not CGI.
Is her boyfriend in this scene? Like, is her boyfriend on the side looking like, don't you kiss me like that? Like,
Mufasa's like, hey, girl, you gotta get that paycheck, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got, but I'm like, yeah, that was a whole lot. But anyway, my point is, she did it twice. I'm actually curious to see her more roles to see if she keeps on doing this thing. Like maybe that is her thing. Like maybe. But I
mean, see her just grow. I think she's beautiful. I mean, she's just gorgeous. She's got beautiful kids, and she seems to be a good, genuine soul. So I just want to see her continue on this thing. I mean, when she got the call from Ryan Murphy, could you imagine? She was probably like, "Oh my god!" Like she's
on a roll. Yeah. I mean, she's on a roll. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is nothing to shake a stick at. And then and some other role. I mean, she's really knocking it out. Yeah. From an acting perspective, so I'm very strong ass kisses. It was again, I was not prepared. Again, I didn't think she was gonna go that far in this show, but this show makes more sense than that movie because this is again kind of over the top, sexy type of thing. So I can understand her doing that in this particular role. But anyway, we gotta wrap this thing up. All right, Jamani, anything? What do you expect to see for the rest of the season? Do you expect to watch the season? Which obviously you don't have to. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm a big fan of 911, right? Like I've watched majority of the seasons of American Horror Story, but not every single one of them. But putting it in the same vein as 911, because you guys were talking about Nip Tuck and Ryan Murphy's other projects, and I'm like, I can kind of see it now because 911, Angela Bassett is the only cop in all of Los Angeles, right? Jennifer Love Hewitt is the only one answering the dispatch at 911. Like everything goes between those two, and it's one fire truck that services everything, and it's okay. So I'm like, all right, I guess I have to put myself in that sort of mindset. But it's really hard when, like I've done all this studying and whatever with law and for them to just shit on it. But
man, like I tell you, just take your brain out. Jamal.
Yeah, bro.
You're a very smart man. And just take your brain out and enjoy it for what it is. Because it's not, honestly, I don't think Ryan wants us to take this as a serious legal show. It is not. I told you, when her ass was hanging out, I was like, okay, no. And then when he did the lemonade scene and she had on the yellow gown and I was like,
but the lemonade scene, that was like a dream sequence, so like you can't even really count that because it didn't really happen.
But I'm saying, but they still put it on camera. They still gave it to you like, we're gonna spend time on this, and they want. And again, the way the show is going, you believe that she actually could have did it because I truly believe. I was like, that's a fake ass bat, but let's see how this goes. But I was like, but she, even the fact that she thought it, but again, it made sense that she would think that. So you understand her mental state. But then she's like, I'm a grown person, I'm mature, I'm a lawyer, I can't do that. Let me handle this maturely, as Kim pointed out. Let me talk to her like a person, and they're frenemies or whatever. Like she's trying to help take care of the baby
it's
now.
Better to have her closer than to have her distant.
Right. And it's I'll watch Angela Bassett in anything. I like that she's the only cop in LA. So again, I'm not okay. Now she's in space. Are we talking about the same show?
That's the same show.
All right. So now she went to space.
She's in space on 911.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
This 2 seasons before that, she was on a Caribbean cruise and she saved the whole cruise ship. Then she was on a plane transporting a prisoner and she saved the whole plane that landed on a highway.
And now her ass is in space.
Yes.
Like she killing that shit.
I watched that show. I watched the first and second season, and then I couldn't watch it anymore. Just based on it was just a really repetitive, and it was I felt a lot of emotional stuff on that show too, like like the rescues and things like that. But anywho, it is a good show. But I why is she in space? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. But is this one of these instances where we cannot take this show as serious as some people are? Because people love 911. They love it. And the one with Rob Lowe, I think that one is in Texas or something.
Yes.
It's a spinoff of
and,
he has the same show too.
And Jukebox is going to be the one in Nashville.
Oh, okay. So there's another one. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 3 of them. Well, she's on one of those shows, but I think she's on the Nashville one.
Nashville. Yeah, Nashville.
You're on Nashville one, Jamani? That's what she said. All right, come on. I gotta get to bed.
But yeah, I want to see what Tiana Taylor and Kim Kardashian are as sister wives, because if these embryos take, then they got siblings together and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They could have a blended family. Maybe she moves her into that big ass house and kicks Chase out. Maybe Chase and the trans woman and fucking Tiana Taylor, they all just share one because she understands. She understands. I don't know. I did like. Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm sorry. I to the trans story.
Okay.
I did like Ryan Murphy trying to represent his community, and I get it, but him to be like, Chase, could you just do some IG with me? Because you standing out as America's boy. We don't know what team he's a part of. We don't know what position he plays. None of this shit. This is way you're an American football hero, and if you stand next to me, then they'll know trans people are okay. And I'm like, I get you, Ryan Murphy. I see where you're going with this. And I was like, that's beautiful. And he's like, girl, no, that's not. I pay you, so let's just stick it there. Like, I'm gonna give you money, and then you shut the fuck up, and then you move on, right? Like that's what we do with this one. But we ain't gonna be out there on the town.
Is he actually sleeping with the trans person, or are people assuming he's sleeping with them?
So the fact that Amani has to put on a strap on and give it to him,
gotcha.
I would assume who's giving it to who. So that's the other thing.
That happened with Puffy too.
So again, and I'm like, who's giving it to who? Like, the trans woman never explained that. Never got talked about. To your point, is he at the bottom or do they share? We don't know. But like, to hear Amani be like, hey, does she have put on a strap on? And Kim was like, what? I'm like, you need. It's a lot.
How does your man? That I thank God that wasn't me, because my brain would have exploded if somebody told me my husband was like
taking it in any way. But wait. Remember Chris top 5, and then gay people got mad over top 5. That shit was hilarious. Yeah. I was like, well, I don't know. It's too much. Like, I mean, I would imagine most women would not want a man who would be like, okay, tonight you get to stick me. I'm like, that's not what we're doing.
Didn't we watch a TV show with the white women, the Netflix series about with the lady with the red hair, and it was a murder that happened? Oh my God!
Oh, you ain't helping me. With the red hair,
Texas. They were in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Jamani show.
Remember the sheriff was taking it from his
yeah.
Yeah, Jamani, you remember the strap on. Come on.
Yeah. No.
Come on, Jamani. That was your show, bro. You were like, yo, David, the strap on. I was like, no, Jamani. We're not doing this right now.
The hunting wives.
The hunting wives. I forgot that. That's right.
It stimulates the prostate. So
I get, but like, when your wife is a lesbian, there's a lot of things going on in this situation. There's a lot of relationships that need to be redefined. But anyway, we getting off track. So, Jamani, will you do a final review of the rest of the episodes?
Yes.
All right,
will Ed O'Neill still be alive at the end of the season?
No, he will not. No, he's definitely up out of here. And I hope she gets with the auctioneer, because I liked him from Pirates of the Caribbean. He's old as fuck now. But I was like, damn, time comes for all of us. But yes, Ed O'Neill, he might die off camera. Be real. Like, she may just walk in the office one day, be like, Ed gone. Like, damn. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sorry,
but yeah, this is nice to see Glenn Close, since I haven't seen it since like The Shield. So yeah,
The Shield. God damn. I was like, that was a long time ago, bro. Go watch.
Did she win an Emmy for the movie she did with Tyler?
She did not.
I thought she did.
I wanted her to. You mean the one she did with Lee Daniels? You're talking about when she?
That's it. I'm sorry.
You're talking about. There's no way in the world. I will. Like, there's no way. I said I wanted her to, because that's another thing, to show her. She went from "I can smell your nappy pussy" to a lot of us would.
I forgot about that.
Remember, and now she tells Sarah, a lot of us would have been happier if your mom would have swallowed. Like,
when she said that, I almost fell off my bed. That was hilarious. Hilarious. Yes.
Like, the show gives you that. The show gives you Sarah Paulson's a ringtone being, I don't give a fuck about you. I was like, this is
okay. Think about what you guys are saying right now. How serious are you taking this show?
No, you can't. I mean, again, we're not saying this is Law and Order. Okay. I'm not at like there's a range. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Law and Order procedural. I'm saying again, nip tuck. Ryan Murphy, character development, dogs biting off clits. All that happened. You know what I'm saying? And you like, and that's just Tuesday. Now we gotta see, like, oh boy, Christian got raped by a guy with a strap on. Ryan Murphy has a thing. He has a thing with the strap on thing. Okay. So, like, we saw that. All right. But still character development, complicated. Trans. Remember, son was dating a trans woman.
Wait. When we think about trans, right? Like, when we think about trans, who's an executive producer of the show, which is Kris Jenner. I'm like, you could put you could put her divorce or what have you in the show.
That's what I'm saying. I'm also again.
She is executive producer. She is not doing that.
Y'all give a fun review, so make me keep watching. Well, thank you. So
please keep watching. It's fun to talk about. It's fun. It's fun to talk about.
It's fun. It is fun to watch. You don't, as much as I get passionate about this shit. Like, don't take. I understand now. You do not take this show seriously. I would submit, wait till it's over and just binge on in December next month. Just binge the rest of the episodes and just enjoy the ride. But this is not week to week. This is not week to week. And once I got that, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm working with. But to the point of the community, just give me variety. Give me a woman who's married to another woman. They get divorced too. And give me a client that loses. Give me a man trying to divorce his gay lover and who's trying to, like, give me variety. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then now I know that you're trying to be somewhat authentic with these cases and show, and that's all I'm saying. But constant white women or just constant women trying to take money from the man who abused them, that gets old. After 3 episodes, it's old now. Like, I need something else that I give a fuck. I can kind of see myself in. That's what I'm saying. With that. All right, so Kim, you'll watch it. So we'll be.
Of course, I'm on board whether we do a review or not. I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna talk about it with my girlfriends. So, so I'm enjoying it. Just watch it. Like I said, take your brain out, sit on the side, and just enjoy. Eat some popcorn or eat your dinner, and just chill and watch it, and laugh when you need to laugh, and cry when you need to cry, and just go on the emotional roller coaster that this is. And like Kim Kardashian is not the best actress. Nobody is saying that. I don't even think Ryan is saying that. But she is bringing in the views. And if this show doesn't get a second season, guess what? Doesn't hurt her $1 billion lifestyle at all. So she's fine, right? Because people are going to tease Kim Kardashian for being Kim Kardashian for the rest of her duration on this planet and even after she's dead. So doesn't matter. So like, comment, subscribe, continue the conversation in the chat. We love you guys. Thank you again. Always watch the video to the end. So bye. See you next week.
Well, I'm gonna say goodbye as a team now. So we're gonna say thank you guys very much. Next weekend, we're saying goodbye to Reasonable Doubt, as we will find out who killed Wendy. We got the Family Business as a recurring. We're gonna do The Substance. I wanna do the Substance finally. Next weekend. What else? Not this show. Anything I'm missing? Force. My bad. Force is gonna be next weekend. There's a Netflix thing coming. I might want to review. Shit, I gotta look it up. But I feel like there's some Netflix stuff coming. Mayor of Kingstown we're gonna do as a season, so that'll be next month. When that's over. And then tomorrow, Jamani and Chris and I are gonna do Fight or Flight. And we're doing Final Destination Bloodlines. So we got a couple of movies. So we do some stuff during the week, when we can, kind of keep you on your toes. But crew, again, thank you guys very much. Thanks to the team. And like I said, we'll see you.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy The View very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
What do I go there?
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.